People have misunderstanding about what brandings are. And today we'll go through the 3 misunderstandings that people have about branding so that we can fix those misunderstandings and bring us back to the right mindset. First one, logo. A branding actually already surpasses what a logo brings, because when people think about a brand, say an example is say Coca-Cola or even Nike, what would you think when you think about Apple, iPhone? The two phones, iPhone and Samsung, if you ask, at least for myself, I've asked 80% of the audience and asked them about which brand they think has more like a powerful branding effect. Most of the people will say Apple is mainly because when people buy the Apple brand, they are also buying the core values of what Apple, the company, believes in, and the insistence of Steve Jobs, the CEO, wants the product to be simple and make it easy for the users, for the phone users to use. And this itself has a lot more powerful feelings than just the logo itself. Point number 2, budget. Lots of people feel that in order to create a famous brand, you need lots of money. In fact, this is not true anymore. Back in the old times, you need to pay lots of money to the TV channels or billboards or even newspapers just to spread the word out. And nowadays, with the development, the existence of social media, we have all these platforms that we can keep spreading our word out free of charge. That's the most important thing for startup companies, because they are free. And when people see and use social media every single day, when they see your messages, they are going to slowly understand what your brand represents. At least you slowly brainwash them to slowly change the way how they see you. And this is exactly why you don't need a big budget anymore just to have a powerful brand. Big brand. Now people think that you need to already be like a big company in order to build a big brand. That is not true. Even as a startup company, as long as you have the heart, the vision, you can do the same. What happens is nowadays, with the use of all these social media, you can create a brand that has lots of feelings, lots of excitement. When people see your brand, immediately they get attached to you because they feel something. And that is why when we try to build a big brand, when we try to build a brand, we always think of it as if we're trying to build something big, whether you're a startup or a big company, because we always need to think big. Imagine when you think about Coca-Cola, what would you think about? It's always about happiness, excitement, lots of young people having parties. And the reason is that Coca-Cola always gives you the extra energy, the sparkling feeling, the extra happiness as you're enjoying the amazing parties. Excitement, entertainment, that's what Coca-Cola represents in the minds of the people. And that already far exceeds lots of any other things. And when people talk about even Victoria's Secret, they think about being sexy. That is exactly the reason why when we try to build a brand, always try to even imagine that you're building something big, even even as a startup company. Fourth, lots of people have never learned about branding at school. And because of that, they naturally don't even want to touch the subject, because they just assume that, oh, just because they have never learned about it means that they just don't need to touch it. Now, nowadays, with YouTube or even any social media, you can learn things, potentially anything in the world, anything. And that's why I shall take this opportunity to learn what it takes to learn to build a big brand, and a really amazing brand that can help people to resonate with you, to feel you. Now, we go through 4 points today that are the common misunderstanding about branding by people. It is not just a logo. It is a representation of your character and what you represent when people think about you, how they feel. It is not required to have big budgets anymore to create a brand. In fact, lots of social media allows you to get your messages across to people, and that helps people to slowly recognize you. And that is how every famous brand starts. Always think big. Always try to build it like it's always good, whether it's good for startup or big companies. Build it big. Last but not least, do whatever it takes to learn from whether it's YouTube or any books, to learn how to build a brand properly.